Hello, everybody. Again, this is Earon Chandler, Government 635, Week 5 discussion video. So, basically, we're supposed to talk about our interpretation of President Obama and President Trump based on Tullis's examination of the rhetorical presidency. When you look at President Obama, I liked a lot of the things that he did. I know, but in the context of what Tullis talked about, I don't think that he used the bully pulpit and used his own rhetoric to shift the national conversation as aggressively as he should have. And I'll explain. So, when you look at a lot of the things that he was trying to get implemented, they got blocked. The Republican Party actually broke the filibuster record. They blocked his Supreme Court picks. They blocked all of his. They blocked Obamacare as hard as they could, even though the Democrats had a supermajority. In my opinion, he did not mobilize the American people to understand what it is that he was looking for. Now, a lot of people did support a lot of the things that he pushed for, but I feel like he could have politically twisted arms and used his power of the bully pulpit to push his agenda along a lot easier and a lot faster than he did, especially considering that in the first portion of his presidency, he had a supermajority. I think Obama was a good manager. The economy got a lot better under Obama. He brought us back from the recession. He did kind of ramp up the wars, took us from 2 wars to 7, but those were a little bit different than, I guess, explaining to the American people, hey, you guys want this, you guys want that, and here's why I'm doing it. In the context of President Trump, I may not agree with a lot of the things that he does and a lot of the things that he tweets, but at the same time, when you're talking about using your rhetoric to shape national opinion, yes, he's done a good job, because the Republican Party has a very strong working together mechanism along with Fox News and a lot of the things that they do. So the president comes out and he says something, and then the entire party will get behind him and say it and flood the media, not just Fox News, but flood all of the media networks. So when you're talking about using your rhetoric to influence other politicians to support what you're doing, yes, I think that President Trump has done a better job of that, because even with the supermajority, President Obama was defeated not only by Republicans, but by Democrats like Joe Lieberman, who fought against having a public option in the Affordable Care Act. He didn't use his political power to try to convince Joe Lieberman to side with him or to mobilize the American people to protest and to fight against all of the, the Democrats that were going against what it is that he was saying. Now, in the conversation about the tweets, I think that the political era that we are in now has completely shifted because of the 2016 election. That's going to be one of the most important elections in modern history, because, whether you agree with Donald Trump, disagree with Donald Trump, agree with Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, any of them, it doesn't matter. That election was a game changer. It was. You had the most establishment Democratic candidate possible go up against President Trump in a populist time, where he goes out and says, hey, we're going to not bomb all these countries, and we're going to stop with these trade deals that are getting rid of jobs, where Hillary Clinton was running around saying, oh, everything's going to be the same. It's just I'm not going to be a mean tweeter, and that's not enough anymore. So, yes, I think that the social media era has changed everything, also because you get caught now. So when Hillary Clinton was told by Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump that, you take all these millions of dollars from the banks and you fight on behalf of the banks, and she's like, well, no, I don't. In the social media era, what they do is they then pull up your votes, they pull up your tweets, they pull up all the things that you've said in the past on the floor of the Senate, etc., and you're not able to basically hide the things that you do anymore. You're not able to basically go around and say one thing and then vote a different way, because you get caught now. So I think that the political era has definitely changed. A lot of the things that were said in the 90s and the 80s on the floor come to light now. And I mean, obviously right now the political times are very, very volatile, especially with the impeachment inquiry opening, and you've got all these presidential candidates out there trying to win the vote now. I personally think, kind of bringing it all the way back, that President Obama did a good job for the most part as president. I like a lot of the things that he did do. He did get a lot more people health insurance, even though we're still beholden to the insurance companies. And he, for the most part, he did bring us back from the recession. I mean, he did. But he did not use the power of the presidential seat to push the the conversation around Obamacare was never what he wanted it to be. It was never the positive spin that the Democrats wanted it to be. It was always half and half. Republicans hated it, and their side of the story was still a main talking point, and the Democrats' side of the story was a main talking point. But when you look at the things that President Trump does, they basically flood the national conversation. You've got this new thing with the impeachment inquiry where they're trying to do it again by saying there's no I can't even say it, but quid pro quo on the phone call with the Ukrainian president. I don't know if it's going to work again, but if you look at the conversation about the wall where he lied and said, hey, Mexico is going to pay for it, and now he's doing everything he can to make the American people pay for it, no one is having the conversation of, didn't he lie? Because everyone is so focused on the conversation of, where in the government are we going to take this money from? So, President Trump and the Republican Party do a better job of using their political power to flood the airwaves with the things that they say. So it really depends on which aspect, but that's personally how I feel. And in the concept of have tweets overtaken the oratory, yes. Social media has overtaken everything. The ability to go back and check. The internet has overtaken everything in politics because you can't lie anymore. You're going to get caught. Like if you say, Joe Biden talks about the segregationist thing where he worked with segregationists in the past. And he's like, oh, no. I was just working with them because I have states' rights and this, that, and the third. But then you can look back at every single thing that he said. So, yes, I think that the social media era and the tweets have taken over because, I mean, if you look at President Trump's Twitter account, we're getting pretty much national security secrets there. You're getting the political policy there. I mean, it's definitely taken over. So that's just my take. I would love to hear what you guys think. So comment down below, and God bless. See you guys soon.